you want me to be honest, the worst show Nickelodeon ever did was Fred the Show. But the worst cartoon they ever did was this one, Breadwinners.
Stealing points, stealing footage. Yeah, that's not good enough. We need to be stealing opinions from Phantom Strider, in terms of which Nickelodeon show is the worst.
The animation seems not too good, but not the worst thing I've seen either. It's kind of in the middle for me. I can't say much about this though, from me only watching 2.5 episodes, but judging from the fact that I didn't even make it through the second one, should say something about this show.
For me, the animation is pretty bad. In fact, I think this is probably the laziest animation I've ever seen.
I thought you said that Pickle and Peanuts animation was worse. Contradictory levels are over, whatever number.
I mean, from the first minute this show started, I couldn't guess who the two main characters were supposed to be.
Yeah, because breadwinners reminded me of shit coming out of people's mouths.
At first I thought they were frogs, but as it turns out, they're ducks. Yeah, ducks. It's crazy because characters like Donald Duck and Daffy Duck are supposed to look like real ducks. How am I supposed to immediately guess these two are ducks?
Probably the title of their showing the main character's purpose, delivering bread to other ducks. I'm skipping the rest of number 2, because I can.
But there's one show that is much worse. The one show that makes me pissed off, angrier than many of these other shows. I cringe every time I'm watching it.
Sticks?
No!
Just kidding.
But we both can agree that this show is beyond terrible. So, let's just get into it.
So, what's worse than the shot humor from Mr. Pickles and King Star King? What worse than the overabundance of toilet humor from Fanboy and Chum Chum and Breadwinners? And what the hell is worse than the bright flashing colors from Problem Solvers? It just gives me goosebumps.
Teen Titans Go!
Yes, people. This is worse than all of these fucking shows he's mentioned. Teen Titans Go! Just how low you can go gives me even more disliking of the cartoon community. Dude, I can't even begin to describe much you are overreacting to the show.
This show is the most annoying, stupidest, unfocused, ridiculous, worthless pieces of television that we have ever seen.
Man, as a fan of the old series, I can say this. I don't have a lot of memories watching Teen Titans, but I do remember very well that I used to love coming home after school to watch it. I loved Teen Titans, but then Teen Titans Go came along. And I have to say, this show is a disgrace to the original Teen Titans and Cartoon Network shows in general.
Have you seen the annoying Orange TV show yet?
I really don't understand why they thought turning Teen Titans into this pile of hogwash was a good idea. Yeah, I understand it's more of a reboot and it's not going to be exactly the same, but golly, this isn't even remotely similar to the old series.
Does it really have to be? Why can't you just enjoy it the way it is?
They just took the old characters, slapped their names on some 4-year-old looking kids and gave them costumes.
You know, I just love it, how these fuckers added dramatic music in the background expecting someone to see the show is worse than it actually is.
Maybe the show would have been okay or mediocre at best if there wasn't already a show that came before it. When you do a reboot, you have to at the very least respect the original source material in some way. This show doesn't even look like it's trying.
Sure, you could say, oh, this show ain't that bad, but believe me, this show is an insult to everyone that watches it. I get it, it's a spin-off show, but you've got to keep your characters in a similar personality than before. The characters are probably the worst thing about this show. Robin becomes an idiot, Raven is just bland and actually interesting.
Dude, I don't think bland and interesting fit in the same category.
Starfire is also an idiot, and Cyborg and Beast Boy are the most annoying, unforgivable, stupidest characters that ever existed. How rude, loud, and inconsiderate everybody is just nothing but pain. Not to mention just how stupid a lot of the jokes are. None of them come in at the right points.
Okay.
And probably what I hate the most about this show is how insulting it is. It often insults the quality of the original show, insults people that actually hate the show, and it even insults people that actually watch the show, even insulting their own fans.
Dude, you should just provided some evidence.
How can anyone look at this show and say it's good. It is by far one of the most annoying and stupidest shows that has ever existed. And another thing too, this show got nominated for a KCA. It didn't deserve any award.
You're right. It doesn't deserve any awards. SpongeBob does.
That's how much I hate this show. Oh, by the way, Cartoon Network, stop telling me it's your new favorite show.
Well, I thought you said you hated this show.
You know perfectly well that Steven Universe is my favorite show, not fucking this!
Try not to wake up your parents. Sheesh.
Yosh, calm down. It's over.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for helping me out, dude. Well, anyway, everybody, that's all the time we've got for today.
Hooray. The video is over. Overall, Yoshi player, the shit you've been known for does not only need to stop, but it needs to fade away forever. This is honestly one of the worst videos I've ever commentated in, and I put it as number 2, right next to Nero's Q's commentary in Rebel Taxi, which is number 1. I've knew you for months, and I since have a distaste for your actions and your content. Not only do you take cartoons to the absolute extreme, but even steal footage from other people, which there is absolutely no excuse for that. You could have bought footage from a cartoon website, which isn't that hard to say the least. Honestly, Yoshi, stop finding ways to be relevant, because, let's be honest here, everyone is tired of your shit. Leave YouTube for a while, and maybe your channel will die off faster. It's that simple. Anyway, this is Ottomagic Critic, and I have a hint for my next commentary. Oh yes, this is going to be ugly.